Many years ago, when I was around 12 years old, having been around a lot of hunters, guides, outfitters, one thing and another, one of the things that I picked up on right off the bat, in that day and age, one of the main type of hunting boots that almost everybody wore was a bean, rubber bottom, leather top pack. Designed and thought up by LL Bean of Freeport, Maine. Now these boots are still made there in Freeport, Maine. Made and manufactured in Freeport, Maine. Made in America, folks. Anyway, I bought a pair of these boots and I put a felt intersole in them and an arch support. I always wore two fairly heavy pair of wool socks. Bought the boots of the right size so that I could, have a couple pair of wool socks. These boots are by far the most comfortable type of a boot that you can have on your feet. One of the main things to do with this boot is you can walk very silently and stalk animal in a hunting situation better with a pair of these boots than anything else. And I discovered this just as soon as I started wearing these boots, that I could walk very quietly. And these boots are not stiff, hard, old boots like almost everything that you buy today, and the way of these so-called top-of-the-line hunting type boots. In fact, a lot of these boots are about like wearing a wooden shoe on your foot. You can't tell where you're placing your foot. You can't feel where you're walking. These boots have got just enough flex in them and everything that you can walk comfortably. You can walk without being stumble-footed. Unlike a pair of stiff old boots, this happens to be a pair of Danner boots. They're semi-stiff, but they're boots that are so stiff that they don't bend whatsoever. This boot does bend here, and occasionally I'll wear a pair of these boots when it's really tough, steep hillsides and one thing and another. But the rest of the time I want something like this bean boot. It's been around for, about a century, pretty damn close to it. And there's never been anything better for the particular purpose. I just simply don't get along, with a lot of boots that are on the market. Something like the Kenetrex, the Sneeze, and one thing another. They're just terribly, terribly stiff, and they're designed, when you place your foot, it kind of rocks a bit. Well, that is really uncomfortable to me. The boots are uncomfortable. They're not comfortable in a walking situation for me. I've got to have something that's got flex in it. And you can sneak right up on animals with the bean boot. And I feel that it's important to have enough room in the boot to have socks that pad your feet. Take care. These boots don't have to be broken in at all. You need to wear them with a good intersole of some kind. This pair here, I've got a bean intersole that I think is a real quality intersole. It's got some support to it. And besides that, I've got an arch support in addition to that intersole. It adds comfort to the boot, and the several pair of socks that pad your feet. I've got quite tender feet. Always have had fairly tender feet. And so the padding is very important to me for comfort. Now, a lot of people buy a pair of these boots and they take off and they go on a hunting trip somewhere. They've never been broken in and they've blistered your feet. I wouldn't even begin to guess how many miles that I've walked and hunted the mountains with a pair of these bean boots. Never have to break anything in. They're just total comfort from the first time you put them on. And fact is, sometimes they're so comfortable you just hate to take them off. They're so comfortable. But anyway, I think this is just part of the equipment that a person needs. In this instance, the boots that you have on your feet to wear. And, you know, we've got various different aspects to choose from, different heights of these boots. And they even offer this particular boot here, this height of boot, which is only 10-inch high. I prefer something a little higher if possible, but you can buy them. These are uninsulated. You can buy them insulated. Anyway, there's other rubber bottom, leather top packs that are available. You know, from Sneeze, from Kenetrek. They make a very good rubber bottom, leather top pack that's got a insulating, removable type of a liner in them. And they're a little bit more bulky and one thing and another. But these type of boots, as long as you're walking, as long as you're moving, you're going to be comfortable. Your feet are gonna feel good. They don't tire your feet out from walking like a boot that's very stiff and cumbersome. So there you have it. Hunting boots.